Before this video kicks off, I'd like to start off by talking about the good ladies and gentlemen over at Amino, who have sponsored this video. Amino is a phone app that's home to a myriad of online communities right from your phone. What you see is, of course, the Fire Emblem Amino, a community of Fire Emblem fans that I've been a part of for almost a year now. Spending time on Amino, especially the Fire Emblem Amino, has always been a fun time. My favorite part about it is still creating and entering chat rooms and interacting with my peers, but there are a ton of other things you can do too, like browsing new discussion topics about my favorite games in the series, answering polls, or even doing fan-created quizzes like this one. The latter feature is new, by the way. If you're into discussion, serious or casual, or simply like browsing topics about your favorite pulp culture stuff, definitely try Amino and try finding your own community. It's free and the download links for Android and iOS are in the description. Now, onto the review. Yep, we're doing this. So this is what happens in Fire Emblem Heroes. The game starts out with Anna waving a gun called Blick in the air, a weapon that, while sounding like some foreign version of a Jenga game, I can assure you it's not. Believe me, I checked. Anyway, so you, in fact, come out of the Glock and immediately are tasked to watch Anna and this guy named Alphonse fight some Imperial soldiers. So you, the legendary hero who uses the Blick to shoot people, shoot out people, watch bravely from the sidelines while these two fight. Afterwards, Alphonse exchanges words with this mysterious, vaguely ethnic masked man. Anna then gives you some lore behind Zenith, a new world you can explore so long as you have sufficient data, a good internet connection, or Nox app player. Oh, it's banned on 1.5? Never mind then. She explains that the Royals of Asker can open gateways to other FE universes, while the Royals of Embla can close them. But lately, they've been leaving the gates open, attacking Asker and just being damned fellows about everything. Then you meet Sharina, the flirtatious and not horrifically unusable counterpart to Alphonse. She tells the Order of Heroes, you guys, that Minerva from the World of Mystery is up to no good. Upon confronting her, she explains that for her to be stopped and for the contract to be broken, get used to this, she must be defeated in battle. Get used to this too. Also, Virion is here for some reason. So you break the contract with Minerva, but then you realize it was a trick to distract you from the Emblean assault on the kingdom. The gang rushes home and confronts Veronica, the evil little princess who just wants to take down Asker, including yourself. You also confront Xander McCrackenberger, who seems unsurprisingly content with his new contract to her. So after beating them both, Frosty here thanks you for being conscripted into the Order of Heroes and just being cool in general about being a walking target for a maniacal princess against your will. Okay, yeah, pause for a second. Who are really the damned fellows here? Only Veronica? This guy? Okay, let me ask you this then. How many bird lagoons had to die so any royal hero could wear these outfits? Someone call up Prince Raisin because I think not Zenith was behind the Serenades Forest massacre. Hey, call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, but I'm not the Fire Emblem character with frosted tips and not capturing people against my will, am I? Looking a little suspicious there, Anna. Got something to hide under that mitten? Oh nice, I finally got Camilla. Oh, what was I talking about again? Yeah, anyway, so the Order of Heroes enters the world of mystery and breaks Marth from his contract, but is met by Princess Veronica again, who assures you that she has stronger heroes. Right, stronger than Lind? Fat chance. The gang makes a break for it and regroups at the base. Next, they enter the world of Conquest, whereupon they confront Xander, and after beating him and conquering Conquest and breaking his contract, he decides to stay at her side because her loneliness reminds him of Corrin's. Okay, hey, maybe you should check up on Corrin then? Maybe ditching for, Veronica's a bad idea? No? Okay. Can't seem surprised. This is Xander, the guy who wants to marry Perry. So then they fight Roy and break his contract, and then they fight Crom and break his contract, and they fight any speculation of you wanting to go home and continue to ignore your subtle cries for help, and they fight Ryoma and break his contract, and after the battle, Sharina comments on how frightening it was to fight Ryoma in single combat because they were separated from one another. Sharina then brings up Zacharias, a loyal friend and member of the Order of Heroes who mysteriously vanished in battle one day. Anna tells them both not to dwell on it, and the gang presses forward and defeats Eliwood and breaks his contract. Jesus. Someone called the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Asker heroes are so good at terminating contracts and recruiting former enemies that Anna could really save their offseason. So after they beat Eliwood, Anna asks why you've been so quiet for these last few missions. And before you can say because my browser was still opened in incognito mode on the family computer, she assumes that you're worried about the Askerian Royals' best buddy Zacharias. I wasn't at all, by the way. I'd be more concerned about the fact that this world doesn't have cars or Tinder. They explained that they lost him in the World of Awakening, but have scoured all the realms in search of him, but to no avail. But Alphonse gets the idea of returning to Elise again since they have you now. But it turns out that you aren't special, and they don't find him. They then get word that Embla is mounting a large, villain-filled attack on the castle. So in one of their showdowns with them, they confront the masked man. It is here where he tells them that Veronica is heading to their summoning ruins to destroy them so that they can't summon any more heroes. He's also pretty ripped, which is kind of impressive for a spellcaster, I guess? So they beat Veronica, who then complains about how lonely she is and how much white privilege Asker has. What is it with this girl and launching full-scale attacks here? Where the hell are your parents? Where the hell are your parents? I'm stuck in the world that has a gun that shoots people out of it, and I think these kids need adult supervision. And no, barter doesn't count. Afterwards, the gang explains that Embla never used to be like this, but the late Emperor had great ambitions, and those ambitions turned to war, which led to his demise. Then there was a brief stint of peace, but then Veronica started to pull the same stuff as her dad, and then World War II happened. Well, I guess that answers one parent question. So some time without a new chapter to play passes, and then Heroes gets updated and the gang finds out that Ike, the apparent strongest hero in the universe, is barging into Asker. God, it's like Radiant Dawn all over again. So after literally fending off Japanese LeBron James, him and his boyfriend and mom back off. They continue their run through Tellius until they confront their rival dude again, and he reveals that his name is Bruno, the Prince of Embla, consequently making him apparently Veronica's brother, presumably from another mother. Suddenly, Veronica traps you in the world of Tellius, and is about to kill you until Zacharias' voice bails you out. The news of your safety in Zacharias' presence pleases your slave masters. In other good news, not for you of course, Anna tells you that she managed to snag Radiant Dawn's sending stone in hopes that she'll be able to communicate with Zacharias with it. Hey, does that sending stone have inter-universal calling? Because I'd like to file a police report on a kidnapping. I just don't think this universe has cops. They tear through Valencia, beat Celica in Nui Baba's mansion for... I'm not gonna ask questions here, to try to perform the Sendstone shenanigans. And then they beat up Bruno for like the 4th time, I think. Whew, this guy is less competent than Berkut. Bruno insists that Anna's idea won't work because he was the one who killed Zacharias. He then tries to threaten the heroes that he'll kill them too, but come on bro. Even this guy knew when to call it quits. After digging around in Valentia some more, they beat Berkut again. And as Alphonse is about to get vengeance on him for killing Zacharias, you stop him and speculate why the Sending Stone shenanigans failed in the first place, prompting Alphonse to ask Bruno a very important question. If Bruno is really Zacharias in disguise. Then the main campaign chapters end, for now. But Xenologue alert, Bruno apparently isn't Zacharias or Bruno because he's actually Loki, a tricky dude who likes to disguise himself as other dudes. That's a twist and creative. And that's what's happening in Fire Emblem Heroes so far. Give this game until Christmas to tie up this totally unpredictable plot twist. In the meantime, let the fan service and hilariously lopsided voting gauntlets tide you over. Also, the Sixers still suck, and I'm still waiting on that Gazak Grand Hero battle. Deuces.